This is sad, hopeless. It's a type of torture.
These are the stories of migrants held at Alligator Alcatraz, a new detention facility deep in the Florida Everglades. Using a plan of the site shown during President Trump's visit and photos from media tours and social media, CNN created a 3D model to take you inside.
Oh, so CNN's doing some serious journalism here. We're going to create a 3D model of the picture we can actually show you. We're going to create a model so you don't have to look at the actual structure. So we can make it look, what exactly are you doing?
The site where hundreds of immigrant detainees are being held. Here are the giant tents where people report being crammed into cells made of chain link fence, packed with bunk beds. CNN.
They showed a picture and then they cut to their model. Why don't you just show the picture? There's video, people walking through it. President Trump did a press conference there. You don't need a model. You can actually just show the actual thing. Oh my goodness, these people.
And spoke with 8 detainees to hear firsthand accounts of what conditions are like on the inside. Some asked not to be named for fear of retribution.
Because of the way that we have been treated, it has been a very terrible experience.
Gonzalo Almanza Valdez was detained by ICE when he showed up for a meeting with his probation officer.
It's 32 people per cell, or per cage, really, because this is a cage. It's a metal cage strapped in with zip ties.
3 open toilets are shared by dozens of men who say there's no running water.
I don't know if CNN knows this is a jail. Hey, you know what? Why don't you just, instead of building your models, I don't know what, you're in Atlanta maybe? How about you just go down to the Atlanta jail? Don't even go to the prison. Go to the Atlanta jail, wherever it is, and say, can I tour your facility? Can I see your holding cells? Can I take a look at where you keep the bad guys? And you're going to see everybody in one cell, not individual. They're in one cell. You're going to have the drunks, and you're going to have the zombies, and you're going to have people who did whatever, all sitting around waiting to get talk to a judge. They must not realize that. All they would have to do is go downtown. These people make absolutely no sense. When I'm looking at this, and I'm like, okay, let's continue.
System. Roger Moreno, who has lived in the U.S. for more than 30 years, told CNN the rain makes it worse.
The toilets, when it rains, they overflow, and the cells we're in fill up with sewage.
Every time it does rain and storm, the toilets clog up.
Detainees told CNN.
They're taking an ex parte, meaning one side. Hey, listen, this is what the criminals told us. Said every criminal everywhere. I don't know. I remember the movie Cool Hand Luke. Yeah, it's hot out there breaking bricks. They're criminals. What the hell do you expect? They're not supposed to be here. And they're not going to be there that long because then they got to get the hell out. What is wrong with these people?
And the lights are kept on 24 hours a day.
Oh, honey, you need to turn off your report, seriously, and just go down to the local jail where you are. The lights are turned on 24 hours a day. When they do lights out in the cells may go dark, but there's still light out there. Oh, my goodness.
I have to personally put a rag on top of my head to at least try to take a nap because the lights are so bright. There's 24 LED lights in the roof and it's like shining bright.
Juan Palma Martinez has lived in the U.S. for more than 20 years and was also picked up by ICE at a routine meeting with his probation officer.
I no longer know when it's daytime or when it's nighttime. I don't sleep. It's affecting me mentally and physically.
The tents aren't sealed.
It's affecting me mentally and physically. That's what detention's supposed to do. What do you mean? It's not supposed to affect you? You're supposed to, hey man, this isn't like the hotel in New York City. It's an actual jail facility, isn't it? maybe more and more of your people will see this on CNN and go, I should self-deport. I mean, look there's a president and Ron DeSantis and Kristi Noem, and you can actually see the facility. Why did you have to make a 3D model? It's right there. You can see the lights, you can see the cage, you can see the bunk beds, but you had to make a rendering? That make any sense to any of you guys? That's absolutely insane.
Can see cracks in this image. And at the height of the hot Florida summer, that means the insects are relentless.
Yesterday, the air conditioning went out. We had the whole morning without air conditioning.
Oh.
Lots of mosquitoes came in because they get in from all sides.
Multiple detainees say they don't get enough food, though they're served 3 meals a day.
Wait a second. They don't get enough food even though they're served 3 meals a day. She really needs to go down to the local prison. Go to Rikers Island. You think the mosquitoes are bad? What about the things with 4 legs running around? Oh my goodness, lady. Oh, this is supposed to make people feel bad? I don't think it makes you look like an idiot, a complete moron at this point. Oh, you know, they only get 3 meals a day. What are they supposed to get? Appetizers, hors d'oeuvres? They're only getting 3 meals a day.
Water is limited.
Scan our bracelets, so we go into the food hall. The food is very terrible here. Very, very, very small portions. People are having a hard time living here because like they're starving. Probably like a quarter cup of rice.
I don't mean to be laughing, but I'm sure any one of you can be a citizen journalist and go down to your local jail and say, Sergeant, I'd like to talk to an inmate here. I'd like to find out what the conditions are like. Well, if they don't throw you out, they're like, okay, well, bring that guy out. All right, so hey, man, what's going on? I got a bologna sandwich and some refried beans or something and a piece of bread. That's my lunch. And for breakfast, they serve me this stuff that they call eggs, but I've never seen eggs made from powder. And you get a couple of slices of bacon. That's it? That's it. What's for dinner? This piece of a pork chop that I could probably use as a weapon. I get that like once a week, and we gnaw on it like it's jerky. But you eat it, yeah, okay. So you're getting 3 meals a day, yes. And what else you get? You get dessert. Anybody making cherry jubilee for you? Huh? I mean, is that what you want? There's one thing to virtue signal. There's a complete other thing to just completely lie to the American public. This is why they have no viewers. Because many of their viewers probably know somebody who is in jail, who have visited somebody in jail. If you ever visited somebody in jail, if you ever did a mission where you're praying for people and you go in and and you meet the people in jail, I bought a house from a murderer. I had to go to there. I'm like, oh, this is kind of rough here. Yeah. You okay, man? Yeah. Sign that and we get the hell out of here. It is absurd that they're doing this for newcomers, but they won't do it for everyday Americans that are sitting there separated from their families, who are walking around in sweatshirts inside because it's so cold and there's little crawly things all over the place. Nope, but the newcomers, this is out of the question.
We've eaten as late as 10 at night. The food at night is cold too. There's never a hot meal.
Showers are located in a separate tent, and opportunities to shower there are scarce, according to the detainees we spoke with.
All the showers are connected to the same water source. There's barely any water pressure. So we have to literally put ourselves on the wall right next to the water drainage so we can at least get hit with water.
They follow you when you're walking to the shower with your hands on your...
The guards follow you as you're walking to the shower. That's inhumane, huh? Oh gosh, this is too funny.
Head, as if you were a prisoner. The water is very hot.
Stop. They follow you with your hands on your head as if you were a prisoner. Has nobody told them? Do they not know? They're in prison, the detention center. Oh, they're walking us around with hands on our head, and we're having a look. It's like we're being treated like prisoners. Newsflash: if nobody's told you, you're being detained. That means you're a prisoner. That took the cake. When I saw this one, I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna believe this. They're walking us around like we're prisoners. What the hell do you think you are? You're not there on day camp? Oh my goodness.
Very hot. They don't give you enough time. Mosquitoes are biting you in the shower. There are more mosquitoes than water.
Yeah, right.
The only line to the outside world are phones set up in the cells.
Nobody here has been able to see a loved one. Nobody has been able to see a lawyer here. Nobody has... It sucks. There's no physical contact with the outside.
There's no physical contact with the outside world, said every person in prison ever. You know, they touch the glass. I love you. Well, you know what? Unlike most prisoners who have to go to jail because they've committed a crime and then the judge sentences them, you have a way out. You have the key to your own freedom. You never have to go to Alligator Alcatraz. If you're watching this right now and you're like, hey man, this sounds awful. I don't want to do that. Well, guess what? You can take door number 2, get $1,000 and get the hell out. You won't have to worry about it. After hearing what these guys are saying, you can have a burrito by noon and be free and got all kinds of pesos. Just get out.
Other than these phone calls, it's not really more about me. It's about not being able to see my son. He's 6. He's about to turn 7 in November. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to see him for his birthday.
Republican and Democratic lines.
You didn't know this was an option? You didn't know? It's been all over the news. You might want to self-deport. You've seen Tom Homan, big guy, comes out and says, we're going to get you. It's not like it's been a secret. So the intelligence factor here has to be questioned. You see them rounding people up. You see them going to Home Depot. You see them doing all this. What makes you think you're okay? If you don't have the, excuse me, if you don't have the papers to be here, you better hustle your butt out. Otherwise, you may come down and meet some alligators. Notice they didn't mention that, though.
Lawmakers recently toured the facility. According to one of them, they were not permitted to speak to the detainees. Then State Senator Blaise Ingoglia, a Republican, said the facility is in good order.
It's actually a very well-run facility. The idea that the detainees are in there and they're in squalid conditions is just not accurate.
But most distressing for detainees, they say, was that in multiple cases, they haven't appeared in any state or federal detention system since they were arrested. That means...
I'm sorry, did she just say they haven't appeared in any state or federal detention center since they've been arrested? What the hell do they think they're in? We haven't gone to one detention center, not federal or state, except the one you're in. That one, which is a federal detention center. Something's wrong with CNN. I mean, absolutely wrong. They can't keep this stuff up. They are lying through their teeth, and they're hoping these people who are being MK Ultra'd will never see the light of day and understand they're being gaslit on an epic proportion. Everybody in here watching this is going, you got to be kidding me. I haven't even gone to a state detention center or a federal detention center. What do you think you're in?
Families have been unable to track them.
We're in the middle of the Everglades with constant reminder that we're locked up in a cage and anything can happen. A hurricane can hit us and we can all die and nobody would know.
She broadcast this. They broadcast this on their network. Hurricane could hit us and we could blow it away and nobody would know. Most of us in Florida would know if there's a hurricane coming. They just don't pop up. They put this on their network. It tells you how stupid they are. It tells you how insane a hurricane might just pop up and blow us away. I don't know. I ain't got no alerts. I haven't seen any spaghetti models of the hurricanes coming. What in the hell is these people from CNN talking about? What they're doing is basically propagandizing every other possible person who might get detained. Anyway, a hurricane come down here, blow you right through, and nobody would even know where you are. They think people are stupid, and actually they must be if they're listening to this crap.
Aaron, we received a statement from a spokesperson of the Florida Division of Emergency Management. I'm going to read that to you. It says, quote, as stated many times before, these claims are false. The facility is in good working order and detainees have access to drinking water, showers, and clean facilities for hygiene. And earlier today, we also heard from other Florida officials who say they plan on expanding the facility to include thousands more in this makeshift Alligator Alcatraz.
So here's my question.
So, sweetie, why didn't you just get on a plane and go visit yourself? Hey, can we take a camera crew in here? You know, we'd like to show people that, you know, there's mosquitoes everywhere and it's well lit and people can't sleep, and, you know, they don't even realize they're in jail. They think they're at summer camp because they've never been shown that this is a federal facility or state facility. Huh? Don't watch see. I only watch because Trump said you got to watch what your enemy says, and you watch these things like, oh, my brain is being sucked out of my head. This 20-something is just making stuff up, but they got the model for that little piece. Oh my, that was good. Now here's what's really concerning, and how you can really tell these Democrats are completely toast. If you haven't seen this piece from, what's his name, Alexander Padilla, listen to this.
What will you do to fight back? Meet outrage with organizing. Meet mass deportations with mass mobilizations. Overcome the distractions with demonstrations. Do everything you can so that 30 years from now, Latinos in America can look back to this moment as the reason they got involved.
1 second. Did you hear what he just said? So that Latinos in America can be proud that they got involved. Notice what he didn't say. That American citizens got involved. No, it's Latinos. Anybody who's Hispanic in America, you need to be fighting this. This guy is fighting for newcomers more than he's fighting for American citizens. To him, there is no distinction. For most of the Democrats, there is no distinction. If you're here, you should be able to do whatever you want, however you got here, and that's it. We need to be taking care of you. My pay, your pay. We need to be funding these people. No questions asked. Obviously, he doesn't talk to many Americans anymore. This is where California has slid, where I'm pretty sure if he went to American citizens that he's supposed to be representing, they would say, hey man, why are you fighting for me? Why aren't you fighting for what I need? I'm tired of seeing our politicians out there fighting for newcomers. They're telling you point blank, they don't care.
It starts with us. And I look forward to fighting each and every day alongside all of you.
So I want to fight every single day. I have no words.